Okay, so whilst the cars that I'm about to talk you through are absolutely bonkers fast, and yeah, there's a few Ferraris and Lambos, and also a few brands that you might not have even heard of. I mean, there's a couple of cars from China, for example, and yeah, all of them do cost an absolute fortune. But there is one that might actually be within your price bracket. This car can do 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, but only costs about 100 grand. This, of course, is the... Hey guys, let's get straight into it and go through the 10 fastest cars as of 2024. Now, we'll be looking purely at 0 to 60 times, and we're going to do this in reverse order. So, in 10th place is the Lamborghini Revuelto, which of course has just been bought by the one and only Yanni. For sure, we can expect a drag race with him and Matt Watson coming up soon. This Lambo just looks absolutely gorgeous. It is quite simply the most beautiful car made by the Italian brand. With over 1,000 brake horsepower from its 6.5 litre V12 that's combined with not one, not two, but 3 electric motors. This car can do 0 to 60 in just 2.5 seconds and keep on going to, well, infinity. Now, this list would of course be incomplete without a Bugatti, and in 9th place we have the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport, powered by this monstrous 8-litre quad turbocharged W16 engine, producing a remarkable 1,577 brake horsepower, which propels the car from 0 to 60 in just around 2.4 seconds. But despite its focus on performance, the Chiron Super Sport doesn't compromise on luxury. Its interior is meticulously crafted with high quality materials, including fine leather, carbon fiber, and aluminium, which is very different to the car that's currently in 8th place, the Ultimate Evolution Coupe. Hails from my home city, Leicester, here in the UK, and yeah, it's not exactly the most luxurious car in the world, and it's not powered by 10 electric motors that are bolted onto a V12. Instead, it's got a rather humble V8 that's been tuned to deliver over 1,000 brake horsepower. But the car only weighs like just under a ton, which means it can do 0 to 60 in just 2.3 seconds. Next up, we have the Tesla Model S Plaid, which although it might be a lot cheaper than most of the cars on this list, well, actually it's the cheapest car on the list, to be honest. It's obviously been designed to be a proper saloon with seat belts and air conditioning, and it can do 0 to 60 in the same time as the Ultima, 2.3 seconds. Clearly, this car was designed before Elon bought Twitter, because he clearly wasn't distracted at the time. I mean, 2.3 seconds for a car that weighs over 2 tons and can open its charging port with you saying, "Open butthole." That's pretty cool. And in 6th place, we have the Pininfarina Battista, which if you're a gearhead like me, will know Pininfarina has quite the special relation with Ferrari, having designed some of the brand's most iconic cars, including the 250 GT, Daytona, Testarossa, and the 458. But here we have a car that's actually been designed and made by Pininfarina, and it's called the Battista, which even its name just sounds beastly. It's got almost 2,000 brake horsepower and can do 0 to 60 in just 1.9 seconds. Next up, of course, we have the Koenigsegg, and this is the Koenigsegg Gemera, which unlike most of the cars on this list can actually allow 4 people to sit inside. I still don't know if I might be taking this car to my local Tesco or do the nursery run, but hey, it's good to know. There are 3 electric motors that are bolted onto a rather small twin-turbo 2-litre engine, but altogether, this package delivers 1,700 brake horsepower that propels the car from 0 to 60 in just 1.9 seconds, which is the same as the Battista. Now, going into 4th place, we have another rather comfortable saloon that could be great as a daily, but equally as a getaway car. Born out of the man who used to actually work for Tesla, the Lucid Air Sapphire has this rather cool looking interior and is filled with all the latest tech, including this rather large central touch screen that is super responsive, even got an augmented reality head-up display that projects all sorts of useful stuff onto the windscreen, which you do need because when you're driving at these crazy speeds, you've got to keep your eyes focused because this car will take you from 0 to 60 in 1.8 seconds. Okay. Top 3 now, guys, and let's just go straight into it. So the Rimac Nevera is in 3rd place from the man whose name I just don't know how to pronounce. Is it Mate, like hair gel? Is it matte, like a doormat? I don't know, but this man is on a mission. He's actually got a really crazy story, coming from nothing to now owning Bugatti, as well as his own hypercar brand, which I'll talk about in this video here. The Nevera, like all Rimac cars, are built in Croatia, and this one comes with 4 electric motors, one for each wheel, which delivers altogether about 2,000 brake horsepower, all the while being able to keep going for 300 miles before needing a charge. The interior looks pretty cool as well, with this large touch screen and customizable digital displays that just look absolutely crazy. It was famously crashed by the one and only Richard Hammond during filming, which, I mean, let's face it, can't be that hard because it is just so stupidly fast. 0 to 60 in 1.8 seconds and a top speed of 258 miles per hour. Now, in 2nd place, we have most likely a car you've never heard of. Most likely because it's named after a bird. Meet the Aspark Owl, which is definitely on the anorexic side, but it's got 4 electric motors that, when combined, again delivers around 2,000 brake horsepower, but because it's just so light, it can do 0 to 60 in 1.7 seconds. And finally, the fastest road legal car in 2024, pure American muscle, a car literally made for drag races. Meet the Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 170. It holds 8 Guinness World Records for the longest wheelie from a standing start. And this is no EV. This is a pure fossil burning, screw the trees, in your face, Greta Thunberg. I'll put my plastic bottle in the same bin as where I put my mum's food waste kind of car that would outrun any of the cars that I just mentioned. It's got a mammoth 6.2 litre V8 that produces over 800 brake horsepower, which does make this car have an engine that is the most powerful V8 ever, and it can propel the car from 0 to 60 in 1.6 seconds. So to put that into perspective, I'm going to ask Dylan to put a timer on. So imagine, car is standstill, foot is on the brake, boom, put your foot on the gas, and yep, you're at 60. It's just ridiculously fast. What a car. And there we have it, the top 10 fastest cars right now in 2024.